Hey there. Welcome to the Group B preview. Group B, the balanced group. On the 5th of December 2025, at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., the balls came out. Canada, Switzerland, Qatar, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. For teams, 3 confederations. No easy night for anyone. Here they are by the numbers. Switzerland, FIFA ranked 19th. Murat Yakin in charge. Squad value €322 million. Canada, ranked 30th. Co-host, Jesse Marsch on the touchline. Squad value $129 million. Qatar, ranked 55th. Julian Lopetegui, the Spaniard, now leading them. Squad value $18 million. And Bosnia and Herzegovina, ranked 65th. Serge Barbarez rebuilding the Dragons. Squad value $93 million. Let's start with the hosts. Canada, FIFA ranked 30th. Jesse Marsch, the first American ever to coach Canada, on the touchline. Squad value around €129 million. 2 group games on home soil. Toronto, then Vancouver. A high press, a vertical 4-2-3-1, pace on the wings, Jonathan David up top. The strength is obvious. The weakness is uglier. Canada have never won a World Cup match. 0 wins, 0 draws, 3 losses in 2022. An injury crisis has stalled the build-up. Davies, Johnston, Bomito, all missed the March window. They must end that 0 at home. Alphonso Davies, the captain, 25 years old. Bayern Munich, 58 caps, 15 goals. Tore his ACL in March 2025 against the USA. Came back. Tore a muscle fiber and hamstring. As of April 2026, he is looking stronger each game. If he is fit, Canada's left side transforms. Jonathan David, the number 9, 26 years old. Juventus in Serie A on a free from Lille last summer. 75 caps, 39 goals. Canada's all-time top scorer. 97 goals in 202 games for Lille before he left. This team's ceiling is his form. Tajon Buchanan, the right winger, 27 years old. Villarreal in La Liga. 58 caps, 8 goals. Scored a hat-trick against Girona in August 2025. 6 La Liga goals by March. The Buchanan-Davies with combination is Canada's main attacking threat. Steven Eustaquio, the midfielder, 28 years old. On loan at LAFC from FC Porto since February. 54 caps. Over 150 Porto appearances across the Champions League, the Europa, and Primera Liga. He ties this team's defense to David and Buchanan, the highest-level club pedigree in the squad. Now, Switzerland, ranked 19th. The highest-ranked team in Group B, Murat Yakin, in charge since August 2021, contract extended through Euro 2028. Squad value around €322 million. 17 times what Qatar's squad is worth. Switzerland qualified as UEFA Group B winners in November. Unbeaten, ahead of Italy. 6 consecutive World Cups. The weakness is familiar. 3 straight round of 16 exits. No world-class number 9. They go deep. They do not win. Granit Xhaka, the captain, 33 years old. Sunderland in the Premier League, signed in July 2025 for a reported £17 million. 144 caps. Switzerland's all-time record cap holder. Won the Bundesliga with Leverkusen in his debut season. He is the metronome. Lose him, Switzerland lose their identity. Manuel Akanji, the center-back, 30 years old. On loan at Inter Milan from Manchester City with an obligation to buy. 79 caps. 2 Premier League titles with City. 93% pass completion this season in Serie A. He anchors this back line against physical strikers like Dzeko and David. Dan Doy, the right winger, 24 years old. Nottingham Forest, signed for a 5-year deal in July 2025. Scored on his debut against Brentford. Scored the decisive goal in Bologna's Coppa Italia final against AC Milan. Bologna's first Coppa Italia in 51 years. He is Yakin's counterattack outlet. Gregor Kobel, the goalkeeper, 28 years old. Borussia Dortmund, around 20 caps. First choice since Jan Sommer's international retirement. 14 Bundesliga matches this season. 7 clean sheets. Champions League finalist with Dortmund in 2024. Chelsea, Bayern, and Newcastle are all circling. Now to the Gulf. Qatar, ranked 55th. Julen Lopetegui, the Spaniard, appointed on the 1st of May 2025. Ex-Spain, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Wolves, West Ham. Squad value just 18.3 million euros. The lowest in Group B by a distance. This is the first time Qatar have qualified for a World Cup on merit. In 2022, as hosts, they lost all 3 games, scored 1 goal, and became the first host ever to finish with 0 points. The strength is the continental record. Back-to-back AFC Asian Cup champions. 2019 and 2023. The weakness is the gap. Not a single player in a top European league. An entire squad from the Qatar Stars League. Akram Afif, the left winger, 29 years old. Al-Sadd, 132 caps, 41 goals. Top scorer of the 2023 Asian Cup with 8 goals in 7 games. A hat-trick of penalties in the final against Jordan. Asian Footballer of the Year twice. 2019 and 2023. Qatar's entire attack runs through him. Almoez Ali, the striker, 28 years old. Al Duhail, around 125 caps, 60 goals. Qatar's all-time top scorer. 9 goals at the 2019 Asian Cup. A tournament record. The only footballer to have scored in the Asian Cup, the Copa America, and the Gold Cup. His opening goal in the 2019 Asian Cup final was a bicycle kick. That was the moment he broke the tournament scoring record. Hassan Al-Haydos, the captain, 34 years old. Al-Sadd, 184 caps. Qatar's most capped player ever. Retired from international football in March 2024, then came out of retirement in June 2025 when the federation called. 17 years as Qatar's talisman. The anchor of this dressing room. Mohamed Muntari, the target man, 32 years old. Al Gharafa, 6'4", 65 caps, 16 goals. Ghana-born, naturalized. Scored Qatar's only goal at the 2022 World Cup. 78th minute. Against Senegal. He is Qatar's plan B in the air. And finally, Bosnia and Herzegovina, ranked 65th. Serge Barbarez, himself a former Bosnia captain, in charge since April 2024. Squad value around 93 million euros. Lowest in the group. Bosnia qualified through the playoff path A. They drew Wales 1-1, won on penalties. Then drew Italy 1-1 on the 31st of March 2026 and knocked out 4-time world champions Italy on penalties. The largest upset in UEFA playoff history. Italy's 3rd consecutive failure to qualify for a World Cup. The strength is that momentum. The weakness is Dzeko's age. 40 years old. And Miralem Pjanic retired in December. Edin Dzeko, the captain, 40 years old. Schalke 04 in the 2nd Bundesliga. 148 caps. 73 goals. Bosnia's all-time records in both. Became UEFA's oldest ever World Cup qualifying goalscorer against San Marino last June. Scored the equalizer against Wales that led to the shootout win. Former Manchester City, Roma, Inter. Champions League finalist with Inter in 2023. Ermedin Demirovic, the striker, 25 years old. VfB Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. Over 30 caps. 9 Bundesliga goals in 18 matches this season. One of the informed strikers in Germany. He presses, he runs, he creates the space that Dzeko cannot cover anymore. Nikola Vasilj, the goalkeeper, 30 years old. FC St. Pauli in the Bundesliga. 23 caps. Saved the decisive penalties in both the Wales shootout and the Italy shootout. Both. He is the single reason Bosnia are at this World Cup. His contract expires in June 2026. Benjamin Taharovic, the defensive midfielder, 22 years old. Brøndby in Denmark, signed in February 2025. Came through Roma's academy. Signed a 5-year deal with Ajax at 26 caps. The engine Barbarez is rebuilding the midfield around. Now, the contrast. Switzerland's squad, 322 million euros. Canada, 129 million. Bosnia, 93 million. Qatar, 18 million. Switzerland's squad is worth 17 times Qatar's. And the FIFA rank spread, 19, 30, 55, 65. Added together, 169. Group A came in at 142. Group A had the softer field. Group B is top-heavy. Switzerland at 19 is stronger than any team in Group A. The floor is comparable. The ceiling is higher. Now the matches. Match 1. The 12th of June. Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. BMO Field in Toronto. 45,000 seats. 1,500 local kickoff. The co-hosts open at home. Marsh's press against a veteran Bosnia backline, with Xhaka up top. Match 2. The 13th of June. Qatar versus Switzerland. Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Around 69,000 seats. Home of the San Francisco 49ers. 12 noon local kickoff. Yakin's control against Lopeteguy's compact block. Match 3. The 18th of June. Switzerland versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. 70,000 seats. A fully enclosed translucent roof. The largest Group B venue. 12 noon local. This is the pivotal match of the group. Match 4. The 18th of June. Canada versus Qatar. BC Place in Vancouver. 54,500 seats. Retractable roof. 1,500 local kickoff. Canada's second home game. A FIFA against Canada's pace. Match 5. The 24th of June. Switzerland versus Canada. BC Place in Vancouver, again. 12 noon local. The decisive match for the co-hosts is on Canadian soil. Xhaka against Eustaquio in midfield. Match 6. The 24th of June. Bosnia and Herzegovina versus Qatar. Lumen Field in Seattle. 69,000 seats. Home of the Seahawks and the Sounders. 12 noon local. Natural grass laid specifically for this World Cup. The dead rubber, or the decider. Depends on what has already happened. Now, the verdict. The bookmakers agree. Switzerland win Group B, implied probability around 53%. Canada takes second on home soil, around 30% to win the group. Bosnia hovered just behind on Italy beating momentum, around 24%. Qatar finished fourth, under 5%. The hinge is Switzerland versus Bosnia at SoFi. Win that. Bosnia become real second-place contenders. Lose it, Switzerland advance almost certainly as winners. Mark the dates. The 12th of June. Canada versus Bosnia in Toronto. The 13th of June. Qatar versus Switzerland in Santa Clara. The 18th of June. 2 games. Switzerland versus Bosnia at SoFi, and Canada versus Qatar in Vancouver. The 24th of June. The final match day. Switzerland versus Canada in Vancouver. Bosnia versus Qatar in Seattle. Follow AI Football for more.